Hey, what's up, world? It's JR. Who back with another one. Like I said, I'm gonna go about this motivational thing a little different. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys clips that I find that every time when I watch it or I run across it, I can feel it and it pertains to my life. And I have real life examples of how certain things worked out or didn't work out. So I just think I kind of want to share this video with you, and I'm going to share plenty more, but this is one that I know that I really relate to, and at the end of the videos, I will explain why I relate to it or what happened in my life that had me relate to what they're saying. So I know this Nipsey video has went out and probably went viral, millions and millions of views, but this is something that is close to me and I still want to share. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Did you ever get down where it was like, man,
That's
this ain't gonna work,
all
or
the
you know?
time. That's why I call my thing the marathon because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie and portray this ultimate poise like I've been had it figured out. Nah, I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that what gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit. Unless you're gonna really take the stance if I'm gonna die behind what I'm getting at right now.
Did you ever get?
All right, guys. So that is the realest shit that I've ever kind of like one of the realest videos that I've come across and it really hit is because when I was going through my journey of trying to become an entrepreneur and trying to run my own business, I long many years ago I had got fired from a company and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own business. So what I did was I started a car washing business and I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought it was easy. I went out there, bought the equipment, got a loan, bought the equipment, and just started getting out there running around with my head cut off. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just knew I wanted to do something and I didn't want to go back to working. So that failed. It failed bad, horribly. It was one of the, now looking back at it, it was one of the worst. I wouldn't have hired me for a car wash. That's how bad it was. So that was a learning lesson. So I had to go back in the working world. This is when I was really young. So I had to go back in the working world. And when I went back into that working world, I had to come out with a plan. So it didn't feel good that I had a business that wasn't doing good and then I couldn't even survive off of it. So I came up with the plan like, look, I got to go for a career. And then when I get that established, I could work on my business on the side. So I did that. Long story short, I figured out what career path I wanted to go. Then I did that. Then I started a clothing line. That went bad. It just, these are just learning lessons. So then I started another clothing line, which kind of took off, did a little better, and then after that, when that started getting a little momentum, I had a passion for like a barbershops. So then I opened up a barbershop and I opened up the barbershop in late 2019 during the worst times that you can actually open up anything. That's when we had the protests, the riots. We had riots and protests on our main street on Melrose. So business were shutting down, getting broken into, getting boarded up. Um, it was really bad for us, and business was slow. Business was at a dead stop because people couldn't come and like they couldn't come making appointments because because it wasn't only during the same time during the protest was the same time we were going through the COVID shutdown. So it was just one thing after another. After opening at the end of the 2019, we were doing good and we saw a lot of momentum and then just came to a halt. But I said we couldn't quit. That's why this comes in where I just couldn't quit. We stayed at it. Many businesses on Melrose shut down, like a lot. A lot of barbershops shut down. But I just didn't want to quit. And I'm not quitting. So this video here shows me that you can get through anything. So when we got through COVID and we got through the protests, got through everything, we showed so much support that our business, came back to life, and we didn't have to shut down. We just had to catch up. So we were just catching up, and we finally started thriving again. And then we had little setbacks here and there, and then we thrive again. It's just a roller coaster. So that is one of my examples that I would show you guys, or tell you guys, that I just didn't quit, because I could have easily gave up and been like, fuck it, I'm done. I don't know what to do. I'm closing the shop. I'm closing I don't want to do clothes no more. I don't want to own a barbershop no more. I'm shutting everything down. But I just saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I didn't want to quit. So I kept going. I just stayed positive energy, keeping positive people around me, and just stayed at it. And it eventually worked itself out because I didn't quit. I was that guy in the tunnel digging and didn't give up right before you got to the diamond. So I'm going to share the videos that I'm talking about when we're on the news. At the end of this, I'm going to share the videos when we're on the news for the COVID, when we went viral for during the riots, during the protests. I'm going to show you the little clips so you can see that we really went through it, but we didn't give up. So that's my message to you, is don't give up. You may not listen to what I got to say, but Nipsey said it, and a lot of more successful people around said the same thing. So hopefully you didn't listen to what I've said, but Nipsey got the same thing. He has the same mindset, went through the same struggles that we all do when we're trying to start something great. So take a look at these videos, and then look, you guys subscribe, check us out. I'm gonna give more of this. Let me know what you think about this format of how I do things to get the motivation going. I think it's a good idea to kind of get out there, watch a video, something I can relate to, and then explain how I can, how I went through the same thing, or an example of what I'm going through. It makes it more relatable. So that's what I'm trying to do, is be more relatable, and give you guys game, have you guys cut shortcuts before you succeed and get on a faster path than I did, because no one was there to give me this game. All right, JR Who is out.
Riots are crazy. Look at my dude just getting a haircut. Gotta look fresh for the riots. Oh, look at that military truck. No way they're looking as good as that guy, though.
And many need to get back to business in order to survive.
Our landlord wants his rent, so we just opened our business recently, and he's not really giving us a break on rent. So we didn't qualify for any loans because we just opened our business up like September, so we didn't really make any money.
The Players Lounge barbershop reopened Saturday morning. The same day, looting and fires broke out in the Fairfax district. A pedestrian caught one of the barbers actually finishing up a haircut while the chaos ensued. Many stores boarded up to protect themselves and their merchandise. After boarding up, many of these stores were covered in graffiti. But now that most of it is cleaned off, many of these stores are using the boards to voice their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. The Players Lounge barbershop decided not to board up their shop, feeling like the community had their back.